Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully and welcome back to Sonic 3D Blast and... Winter Wonderland. So nice and cold, and with a peppy theme tune, which is, well, quite fun. And, yeah, don't ignore the lower life count, didn't die or anything. And, if you say otherwise, then, you're a liar. But yeah, this is usually around about the point in the game where I kind of call it quits, although then again, Diamond Dust is a pretty inviting level. I mean, it does have a bit of an ice gimmick, and there is a lot more stage hazards that can pip you if you're going too fast, you know, hence why I said before, it's a sort of game where you don't really want to be going too fast, but again, it does highlight another aspect, and, well, this is the following stage, actually. Again, highlights the explorative nature of 3D Blast. You know, where, again, you can find a lot of those little ice caverns that can hide a few hidden secrets, and I love secrets! But again, like, I mean, putting that aside, it's just, well, I mean, it's a massive step up above, bloody, what was it called again? Fucking McDonald's Zone. See, I can't even remember the bloody name, Spring Stadium. There it was. It came to me in a dream, then I lost it in another dream. And then there was an extra life that made me feel happy, because I got a Happy Meal. Actually, that is kind of something to bring up that I was initially going to bring up in fucking Happy Meal Zone, but, yeah, I think it might have just been in America, but there was a restaurant called Jack in the Box that apparently, sold Sonic 3D Blast cartridges, like, as part of its meal deal. Which, I mean, might sound a little bit bizarre, but, like, I mean, you used to get stuff like this in, like, cereal boxes all the time, like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of kids, you know, of the late 90s to maybe even the early 2000s, they would have fond memories of getting games like, Chex Quest or Pajama Sam and cereal boxes and stuff. I don't know. Again, it was a very different time, like, I mean, this was back during the days when, you know, they sold, like, the amount of minutes you could use on the internet with, like, those AOL discs. Yeah, think about how far we've come, people. We used to, deal with that shit. And nowadays, we just have fucking, like, phones and all that fucking shit. Ugh, didn't expect that to make me a bit nostalgic, but here we are. But, yeah. Not really too much else to say about Diamond Dust Zone, really. It's just a very inviting zone, and, some peppy music, and quite frankly, that's really all you need. Although I will say a bit of another thing, actually. You might notice that the enemies themselves, and again, I did kind of lampshade this, but the enemies themselves aren't really that threatening. So, yeah, again, it's really just stage hazards that are your primary concern. Or that, and also when you tend to lose flickies, and, by the way, don't stop around here. Well, okay, that's where Tails is, and I saw where the Flicky is, but alas, I cannot reach because apparently Sonic can't just jump over the foreground elements. No, you have to avoid this shit. But I mean, yeah, at this point, stages are gonna go by a hell of a lot quicker, because again, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds, I've got everything that I need to. You'll be seeing the Final Fantasy Chaos Emerald, in this part as well, so everything is as it should be, but then again, like, it will also kind of highlight a little something other about Sonic 3D Blast that... Well, again, I mentioned at the very beginning of this part, you're not going to be going very fast, but you don't want to be going very fast, and that creates a bit of a conflict of interest when you only have automated segments like that to really hold you over. And again, like, I mean, I'm not the sort of person that thinks that Sonic has to be going at, like, a bajillion miles an hour, otherwise it's not a good game, or anything of the sort, but I mean, it does... Again, it makes playing through Sonic 3D Blast for all of its levels feel a little bit less energetic as to what you'd typically expect from a Sonic game. And I suppose one might call it a sense of, like, fanboyism, for the lack of a better phrase, that, again, if it doesn't play a certain way, then it's a bad game by default, because no. Like, I mean, I do think games and franchises do have a right to experiment and, you know, try new things. I don't know, I mean, again, like, I mean, I don't mean to sound, like, cynical at all, but, like, I mean, it's good that 3D Blast tried new things. I just think that a bit of the issue comes from the fact that there's just a lot that could have been done to improve it, although then again, given the core gameplay loop, it was calling for a 3D Sonic gameplay style that just wasn't there yet, although I guess arguably you could say that it was. Had Traveler's Tales been given the ability to work on, like, more than just the 3D special stages, but again, I suppose that's where Sega Saturn Sonic Adventure would have been. But I don't know. I will admit to having at least a bit of fondness for 3D Blast, but I don't know. It's more in like a Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex kind of way, where, like, I mean, it does what it needs to do, But there are also plenty of aspects of the game that just... There are plenty of aspects of the game that I feel could have been done better, and, well, considering the fact that this sort of style of gameplay was initially intended for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, back when one of the chips set for the Mega Drive to kind of give it that sort of Mode 7 kind of feel didn't really work out. Yeah, I can, again, life has a way of making swings and roundabouts for things. But anyways, you can see the sudden version, again, has a nice little, like, kind of misty kind of effect. The music is a fuckload more Christmassy, but Christmas is over now. And I will be sad about that, but my Christmas was busy as fuck and kinda sucked. So, yeah, kinda glad that's gone. Although, then again, it's still a very inviting weather pattern. I like the cold. Or more specifically, like, that whole, like, Christmassy atmosphere of, like, you know, being inside a nice warm building while you can see the cold outside. I don't know. It's a similar feeling that games like Silent Hill Shattered Memories give me, like, whenever you're in the Kaufman therapy segments, and, it's just nice and inviting, and I really love that feeling. It's nice and cozy. But yeah, kind of doing a bit of editing fuckery over here, because again, you'll be seeing us approach Knuckles for the special stage, but, again, what happens if you get a special stage either after you've already gone for one of the Chaos Emeralds, or if you have already gotten all the Chaos Emeralds, is that you'd basically be doing a special stage again, the randomly selected one, except then you'd only be getting an extra life rather than, well, the Chaos Emeralds. And here we have the early inspiration for Twinkle Park, which is kind of cool considering the fact that the Twinkle Park music has its early origins in the Mega Drive version. Because Junctioned, dude. Oh, I love these special stages so much. But, like, I mean, once again, like, I mean, given how, like, just look at the amount of speed you're building up here. Like, I mean, a lot of people are trying to recreate this with fan games nowadays, but, like, I mean, if Sonic Team could, or Sonic Team or even Traveler's Tales really could have, like, recreate this in 1996, and goddamn, who knows what a sudden version of Sonic Adventure would have been like. Like, again, I would have been really curious to see how they would have translated that, because, like, I mean, the way it works in 3D Blast, like, I mean, it works nicely. The controls are very nice and responsive, so really, again, it would have been cool to explore an environment around this, although I suppose, again, the continuing trend that fan games like Sonic Utopia or whatever are continuing to run into is that how exactly do you make proper structured level design that not only increases in challenge, but at the same time also maintains that feeling of speed without completely breaking the game. And this also goes to a lot of other characters as well. How would you accommodate this sort of gameplay style to characters like Tails and Knuckles, for instance? Tails can fly, and, you know, Knuckles can glide, and, again, how would you adapt that to their control schemes? What would you do for a character like, say, Amy, who has a very different control scheme compared to the others? Unless it's a game like, say, Sonic Heroes, for instance. I don't know, like, I mean, these are questions that keep Sonic interesting from a gameplay perspective, that you have a lot of differences, and though fans are quick to criticize them, the fact that they're so unique offers a lot more, well, interesting possibilities for level design and how they can incorporate speed into that. Which I suppose might be one of the reasons why Sonic is the franchise that keeps on ticking, or the corpse that keeps on twitching, depending on what you have to say. But hey, we've got all the Chaos Emeralds, so all we need to do is just put them all around him and give him a quick kiss, if we want to bring his corpse back to life. Because tee-hee huddle ha, Sonic 06, Shadow has a gun, 2007 era internet jokes. Hello, 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 is this thing on? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, unlimited rice pudding. Whatever. But yeah, now the biggest problem you're going to be facing in these levels, now that you're not hunting for the emeralds anymore, is the Flickies themselves. And again, I will say the two biggest banes are going to be the bouncy Flickies, which are the red birds, and the green fat fucks who run away from you, because, I don't know, makes it a little bit tedious. Like, I mean, again, it's not bad that you have to lead them to the exit, it's just that, I don't know, you have to look out for things, and again, I guess as people often keen customers to repeat, escort missions in video games are a pain in the ass. Another part of the reason why I really don't like Resident Evil 4 that much, because that game sucks. Oh, yes, I went there, and I will never give that up. By the way, I also forgot to mention this, Sonic 3D Blast also has a world map, well, more of a world map graphic really, that kind of pops up every now and again to show where you are on Flicky Island. But anyway, I now feel confident enough in cutting to the Diamond Dust Zone boss for the Mega Drive version, where my skills actually improve, mainly because the hazards are a bit they're a little bit more manageable here. Kinda makes me wonder if, like, this maybe should have been like a second zone or something, or maybe after Rusty Ruin. Because, I mean, this is a little bit easier than the Bongo 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 I Don't Want to Leave the Congo boss fight that we had in Spring Stadium. But yeah, it's kind of similar to the boss fight from Sonic CD and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you know, the one where you pretty much hit Eggman, he drops like a balloon of other Eggman things that you have to hit, until you basically wear down his Eggmobile, and then he'll just fuck off under the morning sun. Or I was supposed to use another example, kind of like the Air Meter boss fight from Sonic CD. But yeah, apart from that, nothing too interesting, aside from the excellent boss theme, from which there are two in the Mega Drive version. There is one that you hear a little bit of it in the next part, because I do plan on showing off the Mega Drive version of the boss fight in the last bit, but again, you'll see that quite soon. But I think the Saturn version only has like one or two boss themes, one for the final boss and one for the bosses all round. Keyword being, I think, I wasn't really paying enough attention, but I suppose we'll see soon enough. It's Dr. Robotnik, this boss fight gets easier. Now goodbye, dudes and dudettes, I will see you next time.